Oh, huh. It's the Back Row Believer. All right, we're here again in the back row. Yep. Well, I was just hearing this good old story. I like the old stories, the Samsons and the Davids and all them. Well, this one's about Gideon. If you haven't heard about Gideon, you need to go back to reading it. It's in Judges 6. I think it starts in 11. And basically, good old boy, he's sitting in his barn trying to hide his wheat and his wine. And because the Midianites were attacking, they're just coming in and just raiding his people. And angel came to the guy, and he says, "Man, you know what are you doing? Why aren't you fighting for yourself, you mighty man of valor?" And Gideon says, "I'm a mighty. If God be real, why am I getting why did he bring us out of Egypt so that we could get taken over?" And we hear that a lot, God, why'd you take us out of Egypt? If you read the back end of the Bible, in the beginning of the Bible, you see these people were in slavery. Our pastor this last week, he talked about people were in slavery, and they wanted to go back to Egypt in slavery. Think about that. That when you get used to something, you get used to it. You could get used to your sin. You could get used to being in whatever you're doing. And because you're used to it, it's comfortable for you. And it's good. And you like it. And that could be anything. That could be your drugs. It could be your alcohol. It could be, just that beat you to death job at your work that you're used to it. And so you just keep on trucking in it. It could be trucking. You're just so tired of it, but you're just so used to it. It's okay. And so Gideon here is asking him, if you've been around, why are you seeing us all getting attacked, and we're losing our stuff, and you just, some of us feel like we're just losing our stuff all the time. Why are we being attacked? Why are we letting? And God says, "Listen, you just haven't called on me, and are you willing to take on the task?" And Gideon goes, "Look, how are we going to take on this task? We are the least of all." They were the smallest tribe in the Manasseh area, and he didn't believe in himself. And God said, "Look, I got you. I got your back. I'm gonna keep you going." And so he said, "If you're real, be here till I come back." And so he went and he got himself a big old present for God. And he just worshiped God the best he knew how. And God, in the end of all of this, after he negotiated and they talked, and I don't know, you got to negotiate with God sometimes. And you got to, get your thing on. And this good old boy, Gideon, he kept on questioning himself. And God just said, "Keep on, come on, man. Buck up. I don't talk to everybody like this." So finally, after all that, Gideon raised up an army, and God said, "Well, that's too much. Because if you took this army, people would question, wow, man, well, is Gideon that good? Or is God that good?" And so he halved it. And Gideon then, with his halved army and his world of doubt, went out and fought, and they won. And everybody looked and said, "Well, God had to have done that because Gideon's the least of them, and he took even half of his army." So remember, When you don't think it can be done, when you're trotting out and you look around and you're like, I maybe not got as many friends as I thought I did on this. God's got your back. He'll do it with a small army so that He gets the glory. And remember to give Him the glory when you just do this fabulous thing that you just don't understand. It's God. It ain't you. Sad as it could be. Wish it was you, right? But remember, give it to God, and God will multiply that on, because He went on and fought more and bigger and better and in stronger armies, and those Midianites didn't bother Him no more. Remember, guys, say it again for those in the back, because one, we probably got in late. We didn't hear it the first time. Two, them speakers sometimes don't work so good. God loves you. He wants you the best for you. I love you too.